Yeah, and then it went Peter and Linda too. So it was flip-flop. Like it's showing right on the screen there. I see
Oh,
Peter
Peter
and
and Linda
Linda
and Linda and
outside
Linda
and
and
then
Peter.
Linda and
There you go.
Peter. Yeah.
Are you guys not in the same location this time? Ah, got me.
Oh, it looks like they're in different locations, huh?
Hi, Daniel.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's make sure we got every. Looks like we got who we got right now. So at least we can. We're going to get it rolling. Welcome, 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 everybody. And thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. It is Thursday, September 5th, and it is time for the Inner Circle. 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, or whatever time it happens to be where you are, because you are watching right now. Thank you all very much. We are almost to a new magic number on our subscribers. We are 5 short of 7,500. And we really, I mean, thank you guys so much for sharing,
Thank
because
you, thank you, thank you.
this was a great week. I think we had probably one of the best enrollment weeks so far in like maybe 3 or 4 months.
Wow.
So
Things
this
are
is,
happening.
and you are making it happen. That's how we do this here with the Inner Circle. And again, thank you so very, very much. So we're going to get started here in just a couple minutes. Of course, I do need to go over a few rules. Well, not necessarily rules, let's say guidelines, especially if you want to share and talk directly to Robert. Now, you can share by putting your information in the chat, like say a question or something like that, and we'll ask it on your behalf, whether it's in YouTube or Zoom. So we'll do that. Now, if you're on YouTube and you want to join us in Zoom, there's a link at the top of the chat called Zoom link. Go ahead and click on that, and that'll bring you right in to the Zoom where you get to talk to Robert directly. You need to be in the Zoom account to talk to Robert directly. So, and for those of you that are in Zoom, you need to raise your hand or post your question in the chat, but mostly raise your hand if you want to talk to Robert directly. And it's very simple. You see my face right here. Put your cursor in the middle of the screen, somewhere on my face. You choose the spot. And then below, you'll see a whole bunch of buttons. One of them is raise hand. Click on that button, and we will bring you on board in the order that we receive your hand raising. That's how simple it is. Very, very easy. So, with that all being said, I got nothing else except, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our mentors, our friends, our GPSs to successes. Ladies and gentlemen, Terry and Robert Hollis.
Well, thank you, Craig, the hostess with the mostest. I appreciate each and every one of you. And Lisa Marie, man, she looks like a what did they do back in our day?
Physical. By
Let's get
Face.
physical.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's like
Get it, girl.
I don't know if it's jazzercise or what do they call it?
Yeah.
What was it? Fonda?
No.
Fonda?
Olivia Newton-John.
Olivia Newton-John.
Olivia Newton-John. Got it. Okay. Anyway, I
regress.
I think Jane Fonda did that also.
I'm not gonna say
yeah.
regress. I'm gonna say I'm going back to fond memories, man. It's like watching you and that stuff, man, when you're doing all that. Wow.
Okay, would that be considered Fonda memories?
Huh?
Jane Fonda.
Yeah, but would that be considered Fonda memories?
Yes, Fonda memories. Yep.
Used to go and do aerobics, and it didn't care what the weather was. If it was snowing, windy, we'd go. And then we'd get out of aerobics, and we'd walk out, we'd light a cigarette, and then we'd walk into the grocery store and buy donuts. So that was my aerobics.
There you go.
Yeah. And so hi, Chris. I don't know if I said hi to Chris and Shauna. Nice to see you. Matt's here.
Hi, Matt.
Mary's here. And I don't know if I missed anybody. But I don't know if you heard me, Arthur. But yeah, I mean, for the Inner Circle, what I thought would be funny is you guys always get to see a side of me that's Mr. Positive. Everything's going great. Quit your damn complaining. And it's like, listen, you can change your emotions, can control it. And yesterday, was just a classic shit show yesterday. That's all I can tell you guys. And it all started by, we had a hole that happened in our backyard and our septic tank collapsed. And so then out of nowhere, they told us, well, listen, when we get ready to do it, we'll let you know. Don't run your sprinklers for at least 2 weeks because we don't want to tear up your yard. And yeah, Arthur, literally shit. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I get a phone call early in the morning and it's going, hey, the septic tank's showing up, the gravel's showing up, the guys with the excavators are showing up. And I said, I thought you were going to let us know. And she goes, I thought I already sent you emails. And I went, that's not going to happen. So it's been like a month and a half to get these guys to come do it. So now all of a sudden they're ready to do it. And they're going to show up. What are you going to tell them? Listen, you should have gave me advance notice. No, you got to have a sewer system. So they show up with all the excavators and everything. And of course, we've been watering our yard every day. And so they just rip the shit out of all of our yard. It's like,
because we have a abnormally large yard, but the ones that the dogs go in, you know?
So the fence that they're in, that had to be tore down on both sides. And anyway, it just, so while so as they're digging in the ground to put a new septic tank in, of course they're pulling like this, and all my sprinklers, you know what I mean? The pipe for the sprinklers are just like, you know, going. And then they actually found some other pipes that I didn't even know there and had to shut the water off. And so amidst of getting all this done, Terry takes Kyle, our youngest son, and goes to grandma's and takes care of her yard. So then when they come home, these guys are all gone. And Kyle sees, well, there's a mountain of dirt on one part of her yard. And then there's a giant bunch of gravel that was left. And then he sees the backyard, and he's
our landscaper.
Yeah. Put it this way. You know, when we all deal with things that you don't know. All right. As my son's pulling in the driveway and he's going, what assholes would tear up our yard and leave all this shit here and leave? When some of you that have had work done know that landscapers and sprinkler people are different than people that dig a hole in your yard people. Look at all the people that own property go. Lisa Marie's like, you're like, hey, you know, come out here and do excavating. And when they leave, all it is it looks like a big bunch of dirt with dust in it. And it's like, well, that looks like shit. Well, that's why you got to call a landscaper. That's not our job. So Terry's been venting, Kyle's been venting, and it's like, yeah.
So it took 2 kratom to make me feel better.
Yeah.
It ought to hit me in about 10 minutes. Woo!
So
I was gonna say, and I'm sending them houses out here, going, "Hey guys."
Yeah. So today I've been hearing how we're moving. This house is over. We're selling it, and so yeah. I'm just, if you guys can help me with her, I'd really, really appreciate it. She, you know,
send me a nice bottle of tequila or something. You know what I mean? I'll take a nice bottle of tequila. I'm more of a whiskey gal lately, though.
So yeah, she's mad at everyone, and she's taking it out on me.
Let me tell you, first off, it gets windy here, so we don't take our trash down because it blows over, and then I got to go down there and pick up the trash, which is fucking annoying. So Robert said, I'll take it out in the morning. He gets up at 6. I wake up at 7, look out the window. The trash cans aren't down there, so I get my tennis shoes on, schlep the trash cans down to the street. Jesus Christ.
And for all you women, she didn't tell me. All right. So she comes downstairs with the dog, and I'm looking at her and I'm going like, what the hell did I do wrong? Nothing. She doesn't tell me nothing because, you know, she has the right to be pissed off at me for the rest of the day. So then I finally figure it out when we go walking for the dogs. I'm going, oh my God, the garbage cans are there. And so, yeah. Well, that was enough for Inner Circle. We'll see you guys next week. So I hope you guys don't mind me sort of having fun with this, that, you know, just yesterday and today's been a little challenging. And, And yeah, it's just one of those things where you just got to get it done. The only thing that I'll say that's really funny is when unexpected things show up that need to be a top priority, it sort of makes you realize that you do have time. You know what I mean? It's like, of course, we had to shut the water off. We the pipes open, so she can't take a bath. Kyle can't take a shower or go to the bathroom and flush. And so
The faucet, which one likes to jump up at the kitchen sink and drink out of the kitchen faucet. I don't remember who kid taught the dog to do that, but that's how he wants to drink his water.
So yeah, it's Robert getting a 55-gallon drum of love pass today. So Lisa Marie, you can say to Freddie, it's like, hey, listen, it happens to the Hollises too. It's like so
It's all good.
on a positive note, you can see how we make a game out of it and laugh, but it's still so I had to explain to my youngest son the different, for those of you that have ever had work done on anything, you know what I mean? It's like, I explained to him that, hey, you can have something fixed on your house and then they come out and give you an estimate and then they tell you, it's like, well, let me know when the electrician's done and the plumber's done. And you go, well, what do you mean? Well, I can't remove that wall without the electrician, disconnecting the electrical and the plumbing being capped. Well, why can't you do it? Well, I'm not an electrician. I'm not a plumber. And the other funny story that just hit me in the head is I've never been around union people ever in my life. And when we got into seminars, we did a seminar in Detroit at the Detroit City Convention Center. And that's where I got to hear all the funny jokes that I heard about unions. I got to see it play out, So we're putting this convention together. And then all of a sudden I go, is there any way that we could put more stage here? And he goes, no, I'm the chair guy. You got to talk to the stage guy. And I'm going, well, where's the hell the stage guy? I don't know. You talk to the foreman. So you can't call the stage guy and help me out? No. It's like, well, what the hell? They come out, make the stage a little bigger. And I go, I got a little problem. And I go, what's the problem? I said, how are people supposed to get on and off the stage? Well, that's a stupid question. That would be with stairs. And I go, so why isn't there any stairs? Because that's the stair guy. I'm the stage guy. I'm going like, what the hell? So there's a light guy, an audio guy, a video guy. It's like, man. So I'm not making fun of unions because I've never been a part of them, but that was my first experience that another person can't do another person's job. That's pretty interesting. So I'm sure, Craig, you got a lot of great stories with that, with the acting world.
Oh gosh, yeah, I remember using an electrical plug. I mean, it was like right here within striking distance of reach of my hand. And somebody yelled, can somebody please plug that light in? Didn't see anybody around. Went over, plugged it in. All of a sudden, the union guy comes over and reams me up one side and down the other. And I'm like, what? It's right there. All I did was, no, it's a union thing. Oh my God.
Crazy.
I appreciate unions very, very much.
Yeah.
Especially what they have done. But when it goes too far, like that.
Which is pretty much everything, isn't it? It's like,
yeah, that's true.
Everything's a good idea and a good concept, and then it goes haywire. And so before I go to the questions, I wanted to do a super shout out to each and every one of you that's just taken baby steps with things that are uncomfortable that you've never done. I'm really, really blown away with people's success stories, and I'm bringing in people for the first time, and Sandy seems to be setting a pace along with Arthur. Arthur's like trying to knock it out of the park, and I'm just really, really proud of each and every one of you that's learning new stuff. This is all new stuff. Jamie's on here, but when I see you guys posting your wins, I just wanted to give you a neat synopsis again, because now all of a sudden I can tell when there's action or momentum, because I'm doing Zooms for people that never asked me to do Zooms. That was a key thing. So I'm doing my best to be more aware now. And so, I did a Zoom with Daniel and the people from South Africa. He had a bunch of people on there. And then I did one for KC. He's a new 1K. And then I did one for Jaime Morales. He's a new 1K. And then I did one for the number one person in my team last month. First time he's pulled it off. And that's Laszlo Kuhn. He beat Candace. He beat everyone. He's from Budapest. And so I did my check matching on him today was $3,200. So if I get 30% of his check, what did he make? You guys, some of you are really good in math. And so I did a Zoom with him today and made plans. I'm going to Budapest in the middle of the month. And he had 61 people on a Zoom. And get this, that's 61 people in his left leg. Shandor, the other 250K, and Judith and Arpad from Romania, they're in his other leg. So, I mean, yeah, I'm pretty proud of this guy. So when we had the first dream trip in Budapest, I seen pictures from Mark Smith, the owner. And while I'm looking at the pictures, there's like 3/4 of the people in the pictures are in my group because the dream trip that they went to was in Budapest. It was like, and I called them up and I asked them, I said, wow, I didn't even know you were going to go on that. And they go, man, that's one of the 5 nicest places to stay in Budapest. And I couldn't believe that we got to spend, I forget what it was, 4 nights or something there, maybe 3 days, 4 nights, 4 other way around. But it was like $199. There's no way you could stay for 3 days at that resort. And so that's sort of a neat thing that we're going to see eventually in the United States too. They're going to start doing things inside the United States for the people that go, a vacation isn't a 16-hour flight.
Right.
You know what I mean? Also, Linda and Peter in Canada. But we got something coming your way. Yeah. So that's really, really cool. But I did want to say to each and every one of you, congratulations on taking the little baby steps and figuring this out and sharing it with other people, because I know this is going to, my prediction is Akashics before the end of the year will sell more than HempWorks. No doubt in my mind, just because of the people that are looking at it. And if you guys are thinking of ways to approach people, there's nobody that's doing what Akashics is doing, with the other people's money and the tap to trade. So there's no one else that's doing it. So we have a little monopoly right now. So what really will take it to the next level is people are signing up top affiliates and top representatives in other companies, and they're coming in as customers. So just because you guys have been beaten up for a while by people going that I think I'm in a better company than you, this peeing contest, just reach out to them and just go, hey, we added another brand. It's taking off. You could just be a customer. But, if I decided to get involved in your company, could I make money digitally without selling anything or recruiting anybody or going to any trainings? And I can make money without doing any of that stuff. And they'll go, well, no one wants to do that stuff. Yeah, that's why this is a perfect customer getter. It's like they're in their mind. You get them to think a little bit. Just say, how many people have you connected with over the years that got involved in home-based businesses that didn't make any money? And why didn't they? Well, because they just never ever built the confidence and belief in themselves that they could do what I'm doing. Right? So there's the cool thing. So wow, where did John go? Did I just answer John's question?
I don't know. He's still here.
Oh, there he
So-
is. There he is.
He's
Well, I
Yeah.
see-
Okay. He's
I
got his
see you
hand
guys.
up. So
I
shall we
gotta
go ahead?
stop. I have to stop talking because John was tired of holding up his hand. It's like,
John, is that why you had to give your hand a rest there, huh?
No, actually, I'm having an issue. Something's going on with me. So come back to me. I got to get something to eat. My blood
okay,
sugar is.
got it.
Okay, sounds good. Well, there's nobody else with their hands up at the moment, but
That's
oh
fine.
no, we just got okay. You know what? Arthur just put his hand up. So God forbid we go to somebody who's having some awful good success with everything, and having him share with us on the inner circle his wins and other things. So, I don't want to bring Arthur on. I mean, unless he really, really wants to share.
I'm proud of you, brother. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you. Um, so yeah, I just raised my hand because nobody else is raising theirs. But when I look at like my account, to like think back, in 10 days I passed stage one in 10 trading days, and then now I'm on stage two, and I already grew at $5,200 in 3 days. So I'm already past the point, like it has the little green thing in there. So it says I have to wait 2 more trading days. So before I pass stage two. So Monday I should be done with that because tomorrow's
Wow.
Wow. Well, let
and
me
then
let me know let me know as soon as you do it because some people have been reaching out to me from Nigeria, and they pass it, they do everything, and they go, when does it go live and get funded? And so they've been sending me their email address, and I know some people that know some people is what the deal is, and
so
so.
they passed stage two, but they didn't get a live account yet.
Yeah, they pass it. Now everybody's waiting. Now that I passed it, when do I get funded? When do I get to go to live? And people don't realize that that's you asking for a request. It doesn't happen immediately.
Oh. Well,
So
there's a contract that they send you after you pass stage two.
Oh, wow.
If you look in your back office, there's a contract that you have to fill out all this like stuff for you to send back to them. Um,
probably why people.
so
Yeah.
if they don't fill out the contract, then they're not going to get funded.
Oh, sure.
I had a person reach out to me today that bought Akashics at the end of July from me. He did the tap and the trade. And he
Right.
reached out to me today going, how do you hook TradeX Mastery to your Akashics account? So, can you guys all know I'm not making fun of them, but that's what he was
Yeah.
saying. The first thing he says, well, now I'm going to hook this up. And what do I got? 60 days to pass the challenge. Am I going to lose the challenge? And I'm going like, here's a guy that won't watch a video. They won't
Yeah.
read anything. It's like, people are funny, man. They're just funny.
Well, it's crazy too. And then like people in the Telegram group are like asking, give me tips. What are you doing? How are you doing it? It's like, watch the videos, watch the trainings, get on the live calls.
Well,
I was
it's
on
funny,
Maddie.
Arthur. You are actually experiencing right now what I've experienced for 37 years.
I was on Maddie's live last night. He placed a trade. He showed after setting up all the indicators and how he looks at the market and going over his scanner, which used to be called Pulse Scanner, but now it's called Go, which I thought the reason why he changed it to Go was pretty cool because he has 5 indicators on that scanner, and Go in Japanese means 5.
Nice.
So I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And then so he was going over the scanner, how to use it in conjunction with the other indicators that you put on your trade locker. And then he placed the trade. He's like, well, I'm not going to do a tap to trade because one of the traders, Golden Rain, already placed this and they're already deep in profits. But if you guys want to place this trade with me, we can place it. And then he put in the Telegram last night, close it out. I closed it out, $128. It's like people are like asking, how are you making money? It's like, get on the live calls. They are usually calling a trade on a live call, and you can get in. And then sometimes they're doing a tap to trade on that live call, so they'll send it out as a tap to trade, so you can get in there and get
the first
better
one that I
position.
watched live. The first one that I watched live with Javad, he did that.
Yeah, I did his second one and I made $695 on his
Wow,
second trade.
that's awesome.
But the one yesterday I lost on, he did a trade yesterday. He thought that the market was going to go down because the news popped it up so high, but
Right.
it only went down like $1.50, and then it never
Ah,
like it went up, and so I lost and I bet like a little bit more of a lot size because I thought he was like for sure because he bet 2 lots. I'm like, well, I'll bet 2.5 lots because
there
he's
you
so
go.
sure. I'm like, he's so sure, and but it only went down like $1.50 for like 60 seconds, and then went up, and so I held on to that overnight, and I thought it was going to come down at some point in the middle of the night, like the last 2 nights did, but it never came down, and it hit my stop loss, so I lost $2,500 uh, on that. So this morning I woke up to my account being 1,100 or 1,106 or $101,600. And so I was like, ah, crap. I was like, I got like some making up to do today. So I made up all of that. So I made
Awesome.
$3,600 today to go over the 5,000.
Wow.
So
That's
So,
awesome.
so Arthur, let me tell you how good I think that you're doing. I was going to send a private message to you going, how much will you charge me to pass my challenge?
just just get on the live calls and I swear
See,
they like almost
but I wanted to prove to every one of you that Robert Hollis looks for shortcuts sometimes. I'll just call
yeah.
up Arthur. Hey, here's my username and password. Pass this challenge for me. And Arthur will go, do you want me to keep the 80% too? As I see what I mean? No, 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 no. I don't want to give you any money. I just want you to do the stuff that I won't find the time to do.
Well, what's interesting is that on Monday night it like gold crashed all the way down to like 2473, like really far down, like furthest it's been down like in months. And
Wow.
so I was like, okay, I uh I was like, all right, well maybe it'll happen again. And so I just woke up at around 2:30, 2:40 in the morning, and it was all the way down there. It knocked out my trades that I had in there that I had at 24.74. It went all the way down to 24.71. And I was like, ah, crap, it knocked out my trades. I thought I put them like so deep that it wasn't going to matter.
Oh, wow.
So then I caught it right. I woke up like right within 10 minutes of it hitting the very bottom and starting its way, trending all the way back up. And so I bet a huge lot. The trend was already going up past the white line. So I knew it was going to keep going and just skyrocket. And then I closed it out way up at 24.92.
Listen to this guy.
You could be a trader. I mean,
Listen
a
to this
trader.
guy. I can't wait to get on your YouTube channel as you're teaching.
But it was like crazy. Like, but I woke up like super early to catch that. And then I guess there was news, but my trades were already closed out before any of the news because I closed them out at around 4:40 in the morning, and then I went back to bed.
Got it. Is your wife like, hey, what's going on?
Uh, she does. She's a light sleeper, but sometimes I sleep in another room because we got cats and they will wake her up, or I'm getting up super early and she doesn't want to be woken up. So,
Yeah.
um,
Smart
I
move,
pretty
man.
much, yeah. So
So you hang out with the cats in the other room making millions of dollars.
not millions yet, but soon maybe. I mean, if I keep on
Yeah,
this
no, maybe.
trajectory,
No, maybe.
No,
No, maybe.
No, maybe.
but yeah, I was like looking at it, I was like, man, if I keep up like at this pace, that could be a good 25-30,000 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. And when Joel said that he made $500,000, you know what my mind does? My mind goes, well, that's an average of 45,000 a month. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, my mind calculates pretty fast. It's like,
Well, and it's interesting watching or listening to the different traders. Like Joel is more like a conservative on his lot size. Like he always says do like 1%, so like point, depending on whatever account size you have.
right, funded, yeah.
Yeah, so he does it like more slow. And then if you watch like Matty Pips, Jenna is trading like Matty Pips does. because when I was watching him last night, he was putting in like two lots. I was like, two lots. I was like, holy fuck.
That's
So,
crazy.
but and then I was like thinking about it, and I was watching what he was doing. He said that he always goes for 300 ticks, which is $3, or 500 ticks, which is $5, or 800 ticks. He always puts that in, so it's a 1-to-1. If he loses or if he wins, he says that he wins more than he loses. So, but I
Yeah.
was like, okay, so two lots. I'm like, he's making like $1,000 or $1,500 on a $3 spread. You're
Wow.
hoping that the market will just move $3. That's it.
Yeah.
Cool.
And when you, and as you're, don't you find it really interesting that now that you're learning this, how much even explaining it to others that you learn it more?
Yeah, well, it's like in my head, like, because I'm like watching them and like learning from them, and then I'm doing it. I
Yeah.
was like telling people, because people like ask me, and like, watch the videos, then implement, and then take a trade and do it over and over and over and over and over and over. And like the guy was like, some guy in Telegram was like asking me, like, well, what tips do you give? I'm like, I'm just ahead of you. I've taken probably 500 trades since I've
Wow.
started these.
Wow. And
I've
I
taken
think
a
I'm
lot of
on,
trades.
I think I'm on like,
double digits yet?
I think I'm double digits.
Boom.
8
I'm
trades.
like, yeah, I'm just like,
I
I'm
told
just
you
like,
I'd set you up account at any moment you want to go.
I told you I took 2 kratom and they just.
but
All right.
yeah, the trade that Joe put in today, I was looking at the charts and the indicators. I was in that trade already. 60 seconds later, Joel sends out the trade alert. I was like, what? I was like, I got it.
Awesome.
And then an hour later, who was it? Ariel Rich Mom, she sent out the trade alert like an hour or two later saying that gold is going to go up. I'm like, well, that's two traders saying that gold is going up. I'm staying in this for the long haul. And then I look
Good.
at all the scanners, and all those scanners say buy, 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 buy. I'm like, okay, I'm good here. I'm glad I did one lot on that.
That's so cool.
I'm glad you got such a brain for it. That's so
Yeah.
cool. You know, that's, yeah, the way that you win trades is how I recruit people for 149.
Yeah.
It's just my skill I've been doing for 37 years.
I
You know
know
what I
you're a
mean?
master at it.
And so, well, you guys will get there. I mean, I can't wait for your certificate, Arthur.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for the company to recognize you on your first withdrawal. Because
Well,
now,
what surprised me was the fact that he said they have 100 funded traders, and there's like 3,000 traders on the cautious or something like that.
yeah, 3,500.
And I'm like, okay, so I'm going to be like 101, like I put for you. I'm going to be like 101
Yeah.
out of like 3,000. I'm like, that's like, that's pretty special.
That's
It's
cool.
very
special.
special. Yeah, you even know the percentage on that. It's like, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's who passes versus who withdraws too. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you see that Josh behind TradeX Mastery, he's going to always post every person that withdraws. And so when you look at all the withdrawals that are done, how many? 10? What? You know what I
Is that
mean?
how
It's
many?
like-
Is that how many there are?
Well, if there was someone recently that got a withdraw of a profit, Josh would post it.
Yeah, but they
Okay.
just started the funding a couple months ago. So.
Right. So they got 100
Okay.
people that funded, but that's what we're saying. Even though 100 people got funded, now the next goal is to make sure that you make
The
profits.
10% is okay.
No, any kind of profits. So now you got to get some kind of profits. And then the next step is when you take some of that profit and withdraw it. So
Right.
there's got to probably be some people that are like, let it ride. I don't need the money.
Or they're just waiting to build their account to make the withdrawal like worthwhile. Like,
Yeah,
so
true.
with
true.
Cash App, like if you're depositing it into Cash App only allows you to deposit $25,000 a month.
Oh,
So
Got
that means that you're gonna have to take a withdrawal when you reach like 27 or 28,000. you take your 80 or 90% so that you can max out that monthly deposit into Cash App.
Yeah, and the rest of these guys are also teaching, which makes sense. If you just passed the challenge and just won the challenge, then why would you take your first $900 or $500 in earnings and buy a $200,000 challenge?
Well, yeah, I thought about that, but you can only have up to $200,000 on there. So you can have either two $100,000 accounts or one $200,000 account or four $50,000, whatever
Got
it
it.
is. It just needs to add up to 200,000. But I was like thinking about that. I'm like, well, I paid for the 90% profit share on this account.
Nice.
So, and then I did like the calculations, how long it would it take me to build it up to 200,000. It would take another 4.5, 5 months for me to build it to 200,000. And if I got a $200,000 account, it's going to take me a good 20 days to build that up to 220,000 to pass stage one, and then it's going to take me probably another 10 days to pass stage two. So I'm like, okay, it will like shave off maybe 2 months. I'm like, I don't know if it's worth it. I
Got
don't
it.
know.
No, but you'll figure it out as you go, because there's
Yeah.
what I love about anything to do with making your dreams and your imagination come true is you constantly are giving another pass. It can happen this way, it can happen this way. If you would have told me 2 months ago that I would be getting large deposits on a weekly basis from a company called TradeX Mastery, I would be going, Arthur, listen, you're high. That's not happening. I'm going to focus with MDC. I'm not looking for any other additional avenue streams. While I turn around and say, I'm so happy and grateful that money comes to me from multiple sources on a continuous basis in increasing quantities. And so it is pretty funny that you say that, and then all of a sudden I got money coming in from YouTube. And then,
Yeah.
it's like now I got
Yeah.
money coming in from referring my Cash App. And I'm going like, this is pretty cool.
Well, the other thing too about that is that people are going to test their limits and probably not pass their challenges. So they're going to be buying multiple ones.
Yep.
Brent went on that call that Brent did with Rich and Ali. He said that what happens a lot of the time with the traders is they'll pass stage one and then they will fail stage two because they're just risking way too much and they're thinking, oh, I got this down.
They
And
got
they
cocky.
failed stage
They
two.
got
Yeah.
cocky. Yeah.
He said it happens like so much. He said so many people will pass stage one and then fail stage two.
Wow.
I see. The other thing that I'm just, as you're saying this, Arthur, and again, I'm so proud of you, is I think it's pretty interesting in trading world how people are easily able to accept their failures. Isn't that nice? I mean, it's really, really nice when you say, oh my God, I had a bad trade. Oh my God, I had a bad trade. And then all of a sudden people are like, I blew a couple of challenges. I lost a couple, you saying, even though it's OPM, when you just told us today in your story that, I did this, and this, and I lost 2,500. And I'm like, I get like a knot in my stomach. I'm like,
You know what it is? It's because I figured it out. It's, at first you're scared to like take a trade, but if you've done it like hundreds of times, like 500 times, you're not like scared to like take the trades anymore.
No.
Because you've done it, you've lost some, you win some, you lose some.
Yep.
It's like, okay, it's another, like it's almost like you become desensitized to losing a trade.
I'm desensitized to people doing negative stuff that you guys talk about.
Yeah.
They ghosted me. I seen that they seen my message and didn't make a reply. They told me no. They tried to pitch me on something else. They sent me inappropriate pictures. You see what I mean? I'm like, what? You guys actually want to send me a message and ask me why, someone's not paying attention to you? They're not paying attention to their spouse. They're not paying attention to their kids. They're like, why would they pay attention to you? I'm like, I'm so divorced from that, of what other people think about me and whether or not they think this is a good business. So that's another reason I'm really, really liking it, because if people looked at it like, well, I just did, how many trades have you done so far?
500.
Probably close to 500. A
Holy
lot.
shit.
That's a ton.
Yeah.
See, that just blows my, so if I said to you guys, listen, in the last month, I've easily piqued the interest of 500 people. Well, how many got in? 57. It sort of sounds like you're a loser. It's like you must really suck at this. No, I Well, thank you, Arthur, man. I'm so proud of you, and I'm
Thank you.
looking really forward to celebrating with you too, because
Yeah.
we've known
It's
each other
awesome.
for a couple of years, and you're just rocking it, man. I'm so proud of you.
Akashics is, I mean, ever since they've revamped and changed everything, because it's not like what it used to be. And now that they have the funding in place where people don't have to save for like a year to create their own funding, because that was the problem before, is people would have to save, or you'd have to have money, like a year's worth of savings to even like start trading.
Right.
Now that they have this, it's like crazy good deal. Like, you'd be silly not to do it. It's like, just
Yeah.
learn the skill and then you can make money.
Yeah, and that's what's so funny is as you get gooder at this and gooder, you're still going to laugh how few people are interested in following your path. That's what's hilarious. It's
But
like,
now that I see and I'm like getting to the funding part, I'm like, man, this brand is gonna like blow up. Like, it's gonna be the biggest brand in My Daily Choice.
I'm telling people that really, if we're buzzing right now. That's when, people that I've known for years are calling me going, hey, what's going on over there? And when that kind of buzz starts happening, we're starting to really shake the foundation. And so people are like, hey, did so-and-so come over there? Hey, is someone over there? And I'm going like, yeah, it's going to be fun. I predicted this when I met Josh 6.5 years ago tomorrow. It'll be exactly 6.5 years. And when I listened to him draw out stuff and tell me what his game plan was, and I'm just like going, this company will do billions a year.
Akashics alone is probably going to be doing $1 billion a year.
Yeah.
Just on its own, like without anything else.
So, man, just know that comp plan. If we're doing $1 billion a year, we're going to $1 million a month, right?
Yeah.
$1 million a month.
Fix that shit in the yard, Just kidding.
All right, Arthur. Thank you very much. Jumping on here. That's awesome, man.
Congratulations, Arthur. That's awesome. And thank you so much for sharing. Okay. John is back. But Kai, you're coming up. So since John was ahead of you originally, let's go ahead and go to him. John Tier, open up and please share with us. Welcome.
Hey.
What's up?
Feeling a lot better right now.
What's up? Your income. That's what's up.
That's it. You're right about that, man. I tell you. Oh my goodness. Robert, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for waking up to Akashics. This thing here is the potential is limitless. And I have learned now to control my emotions about the losses. I had to control my emotions about it and realize that I don't have a time limit on this. Take the time, learn the skill, and develop the skill.
Right.
And so, I mean, I used to think, man, I got to sleep with my phone. When is the tap to trade? When is the tap to trade?
Guilty.
And then I realized, you really don't have to do that.
Right.
Take the time, learn the skill. I'm gonna tell you, I've looked at different traders, and Joel it's got to be my favorite trader.
Got
it. He's got to be my favorite trader. And the reason being is because I like his system. And I've got so many pages of notes of the videos that I've watched. Every video he recommended, I've watched and learned more and more and more and more. When those numbers used to come out, I was like, I don't know, what is all this TPSL stuff?
I'm like,
what
I
what does
watched
all
it and
that
I'm like
mean?
going, I watched it with you guys live. And I was like,
What what does this stuff mean?
mhm.
And over the last few weeks now, when I see now when I look at those numbers, I know what's going on. I know what's going on now looking
you're,
at those
you're,
numbers.
you're, you're understanding trade needs.
Yes, yes. And even when I see other educators do their trades, I look at them and say, okay, that wouldn't be a trade for me because I don't want to take that much risk. You
Got
know,
it.
because I can see the lot sizes and the things like that. I was like, no, I'm not good enough to really do that just yet. I want to be able to be very comfortable about what I'm doing. So I'm okay with, doing 1% a day. I'm okay with that. Because again, even Brett saying what he said, oatmeal is better than no meal.
I never heard that. Who said that?
Yeah, Brett Badal. He always says that. Yeah, oatmeal is better
Oatmeal
than
is
no
better
meal.
than no meal. That's good.
Yeah, so
I'm proud of
I'm
you, John.
working.
I'm really proud of you.
Yeah,
You know, all the
I'm excited.
all the
I'm
inner
excited about learning
circles
this
that
skill.
we've done in the years and seeing people winning is just there's nothing that gives me more joy and fulfills my heart more than watching you guys win. It's just kick ass.
Yeah, this thing is really really something. And let alone that, I mean, you get the wins, you're much more confident about talking to people about the
Sure.
Akashic when you're getting the wins.
Yep.
And now it's like, well, I don't care what you got to say. Here,
Yeah.
look at my proof. Boom.
I mean, we brought that up on Imaginators for the it's funny that I can tell, I told everyone, and I think in last inner circle, and then it rolled over into the Super Saturday like it usually does, and then a little more into the Imaginators, that I tell people, hey, listen, someone told me that someone made 62 grand. I wanted to see it for myself. Once I seen it for myself, then the guy said, get excited if this check was you and put people in front of my video. And I was going like, this isn't rocket surgery. So like,
Yeah.
some of you caught on to that. It's like,
Mhm.
it's like, wait, he can't even say that damn phrase right. It's like, so right away, I just went, that makes sense. But now I really started understanding and being aware, and you guys have helped me get here, is understanding that, man, they really truly have to make sure the product works for them. They got to make sure that they make money and pass the deal. They got to withdraw money and they got to do all this thing before they feel comfortable sharing. And I'm going like, wow, that's so interesting because I've even before this industry, I woke up and went, where's the best school that I can go to get the best job of being a crew chief? Like that story that I told you that guy about. And that's what I did. So North Dakota State School of Science, they told me that I would get over 50 job offers when I graduated from that college. And they were wrong. I got 71. And it's like, so now I get to pick where I want to go because professor helped me get the right plaques, the gold plaques. And now I get to negotiate. And it's like, you're just absolutely right. That just builds your confidence. And so I just find it hilarious that when people got in Akashics, and they make $10, that they're posting on social media that I won $10. And I'm going, this is the hack. This is the code that when brand new people do tap and trade to start out and they win like me, and that got me excited enough to do a 4-minute video and post it online that now went over 30,000 views. And that's the way that I'm recruiting big leaders right now, as I'm going like, what if everyone in your group on social media was posting their wins every day? And they went, holy shit. They wouldn't need my help. I go, I know. I said, I said this, you guys, today. I said, there's people on my team right now that are kicking my ass. They've already passed phase 1, passed phase 2. They've already been funded. Joshua Daramella has got his second person already that's passed. You know what I mean? And I'm like going, this is crazy. And then I do a call with Laszlo this morning in Hungary. And the lady, here's where you guys got to understand that there's quality people out there. You just got to believe that there's quality people out there that are supposed to be working with you in your organization to make your imagination happen. So I'm on the phone and I'm looking at this lady's name, and it's like the names that they use in Nigeria and Africa and Ghana and Kenya. There's no way I'm going to be able to say her name. And she comes on and she's translating. She's from Ghana, and she's translating in English to Hungarian.
Wow.
And so she's already won phase one. And here's a Hungarian guy that's a 250K, and he's got this girl from Nigeria that's ripping up Akashics. And he used her story to motivate his people in Hungary on why this is so good. But she's an interpreter. So I know she knows language in Ghana, and then she knows English, and then she knows Hungarian. Why would a person from Ghana know Hungarian? I'm like going, holy cow.
Yeah, that's a big stretch.
So
wow.
Yeah, it's really, we always talked about this world one day being global. And I envision a bunch of people in the near future. First it's going to be Toronto and then London. But we're all going to be sitting in events, and everyone in there is going to be a trade star. You know what I mean? They're just going to be rocking it out, taking their families on dream trips, and have enough money where they're using every damn product in MDC.
Yeah. This is, and that's what kept me from Akasha before, is actually what Arthur was saying, having the monies. And I had never heard of a prop firm.
Me either.
Yeah. And when that came up, I was like, oh, other people's money? I'm familiar with that concept.
Yeah. I even pointed to this book today. I just brought it up and I said, I learned 3 principles out of this book 37 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, but I didn't use OPM. I didn't use other people's money to make money. I used to leverage the OPE and the OPI. I'm really good at using those two out of here. But bringing people in, and for those of you that know that there are some other prop firms out there, but they're not connected to a service like Tap and Trade. They don't have the educators like Akashic. So we got the market right now, and the time to hit is now. The other one I seen OPS, other people's stories. Yeah. This lady last night that I talked to, she said, oh, OPT. And I go, OPT, and she goes, other people tapping. You're making money from other people tapping and trading. And I went, I'm still in that. She goes, it's yours. And I'm going like, imagine having 10,000 active traders all tapping on their phone and doing trades. Damn. That's fun.
Yeah.
How'd you make $500,000 last year, John Tira? I didn't sell anything or recruit a soul.
When he said that, Robert, $500,000, my mind was like, I took a page out of Robert's notebook and said, follow that guy.
Yeah.
Do what that guy does. Immediately, that's exactly what happened. And everything went shook.
Well, the only reason that when I decide to start doing trading that I'll follow Joel is when the director of training says, Robert, you want to help your people pass their deals? Let me set you up with a Zoom with Joel. He hasn't reached out to me. So he does understand that he needs people to win phase one. To think that his goal to make this company where it is, Akashics where it is he needs people getting 1, 2 done and getting funded. And when we have thousands of people in those graphics, Arthur, another money taken out, John Tier, another money taken out, the shoemakers, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So I love you, John. Thanks for sharing.
Love you too, man.
You bet.
See you, Terry.
John, thank you.
Really?
No.
Oh,
It doesn't last very long.
Oh, her height is kind of coming down now.
A little bit, yeah.
Ah, well, you got the smile on your face, so it's still there. So, okay, we're in good shape still.
Get her ought to be out of this world.
yeah, I'm ready.
Ah, okay.
Hot
Sandy.
pocket.
Sandy, you're coming up, but right now we're going to go with Kai. Kai, go ahead, open up, and please share with us.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
Hi, Kai. How are you?
Highly blessed and favored and deeply loved, and counting my money coming in like crazy, like Uncle Scrooge.
Nice, nice, nice. Looking forward to buying that home you're in. That's going to be cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, John Tier asked the same question that I was going to ask, so we're going to make it. So that covered it. But one thing I really need to bring a big shout out here is thank you, Robert, for teaching me to be fucking patient on this trade, guys. Like, holy crap! I was like about to lose my shit when I thought, oh my God, I lost this trade. I lost this trade. I lost this trade. All right. Stop. Just take a breather. Let's just be patient, follow your gut instincts, and I've been gaining and gaining and gaining.
Awesome.
So thank you so very much.
And got a new trader that came in.
Absolutely. Oh my
Nice.
God. Enrique needs to be a guest on this weekend's AMA session, because if he told you his story of what he's been going through for the past 2 years, I've been keeping up with him. He used to be with MDC, but he faded out. Now he's back for a very powerful reason.
Yeah.
I mean, you want a story? I mean, my story was pretty bad. His is like, holy shit, how did you get through this crap?
Don't you guys love that? You know, you guys, because I get to do these in honor of being your friend, is a lot of you know a lot of my story. But you know, when you got Peter and Linda and other people that are on here, man, if you guys ever heard Melody Riva's entire story, wow. It's like, you know, you hear these people's stories and you just go, what is my problem, really? You know, because we all get, like I told Terry today, we were laughing about how upset we are that the whole yard is tore up and we just got to deal with it. And you know what I said to her? I go, so you're unhappy, let's move. I'll sell this house in a heartbeat. And I said, we can just go to Airbnbs. And when you get tired of that place, we'll go to another one. And when you get tired of that place, we'll go to another one. And she's like, yeah, I'm not buying another house ever again. I'm going like, until you want to, and then we'll do that again too.
Sounds like Becky.
But I don't know, probably this is not just a general statement, but you know, women are usually giving quite a bit of garbage for changing their mind, changing their mind, changing their mind, changing their mind, changing their mind. And I'm going like, I don't see any problem with that.
It's kind of funny that you said that, because I've been going through the same craziness for the past week and a half.
It's like, hey, you know, I want to live here. All right. You know, I want to live here. All right. Well, I want to do this. I don't like that car. I'd rather drive this car. And my deal is to her, it's like, okay. It's like, okay. So that's a little better than saying you're always changing your mind. Why not put yourself in a financial position and a freedom position that no matter how many times she changes her mind or how many times he changes his mind, that you just say, hey, no problem. That's nice freedom. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It takes the slack off of the insanity.
Yeah, because I think the reason that a lot of people get upset when the people that they love change their mind is all they're thinking about is time and money. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't want to live here anymore. What are you talking about? We have so much time and money invested in this place. And first thing that my son Kyle said is, he goes, if you sold this place right now, Dad, would you make money? And I said, yeah. And then he's like, well, why are we here? And I'm going like, oh my God, here we go. All right. So Kai, any other questions?
Yeah. So we have 999 days to actually pass phases 1 and 2. So at this, I mean, for these past couple of weeks, I'm just like learning. So after you kicked my ass,
Hey, as long as you're giving me credit and laughing about it, I'll kick your ass all day.
I still got lacerations.
That's okay.
But I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna like learn very slowly. If I got questions, I'll ask, and just like instead of panicking and like, oh my god, how do I do this? How do I do stop train? Oh my god, I'm trying to go back. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. What do I do? It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's why I did that video saying if all I did was see, I think I told you guys too, because you guys are close to me, right? I think it's funny that for the first time in my career, I'm actually telling you guys not to do stuff, and you guys still don't listen to me, but you're winning. See, that's kick ass, right? So I'm saying, like, listen, I already figured it out. I'm a geek from the dork force. If Java's winning 70% of the time, and all you did is catch the trades that Java did, win and losses, you're going to pass the challenge in 5 months. Now, at the end of the year, you're going to make a total of 10 grand extra in your pocket because of geometric progression, because of compounding.
And that's why I took your advice. Exactly.
Yeah, and all of you went, I'm not waiting 5 months. Wham! And I went, thanks for not listening to me. Now Arthur's going like, I'm not listening to the Robert. I'm done with phase 2. I'll be done with phase 1. Phase 2 will be done by this month. And it's like, it'll be Monday. It's like, this is fun for me to have you guys not listen to me and winning.
Yeah, one thing I learned after you kicking my ass was because I just like had to learn, just suck it up and say, I need to stop comparing myself to everybody else. Everybody is like running at rapid speed. I don't speak Tradenese. I speak 8 languages, but Tradenese is not on the list yet. But I'm just like, okay, I'm going to take this slowly. I'm going to take a little bit pieces. I'm going to eat this elephant in small doses.
Right. And you guys, the reason that I can't wait for your confidence to get to the point where you start bringing in people is because that's when you guys are going to see the magic that I've seen for 37 years. I know you guys don't believe this. You guys know people that make you look like you'll never understand trading.
And the crazy thing is, Rike is now talking to has people from Isogenics knocking on his door.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like all of a sudden, because when your confidence grows, that's when real law of attraction kicks in. Because now you're posting on social media like Arthur is and some of the other people, hey, look it, hey, look it, hey, look it. And they're like, oh my God, this guy is bold. He's on social media. He's screaming from the rooftops. What if I could get this guy in my company? That's what they're thinking. And they're reaching out to you thinking they can get you. And then you just slam them with documentation like I do. And they're like, yeah, there's like 4 people that reached out to me because I did it deliberately. I think I told you guys this, but I made it appear like I was getting into a new company. The picture that Matt did, thank you so much. And I made it a new event for my life, taking on a new challenge. And I got people calling me out, hey, I didn't know you were going to go into another company. And it's like, hey, you've heard of Volkswagen, yeah? I said, well, they decided to buy a new brand, Bugatti. We call it a Koshix. And they're going, what are you talking about? And I said, well, just because you don't like Lamborghinis or Porsches or Continentals. And then have you guys heard of child psychology? I don't realize how much I use it. And I've been telling all these professional network marketers and affiliate marketers, hey, listen, if I were you, just come in as a customer because you'll be able to stay under the radar. Just use, tap and trade. Just use the trading. And you don't, if I were you, I wouldn't try to recruit anybody. Just be an affiliate. Just be a customer. And I had at least 6 people did that. And then they called me up and they go, I brought in 6 people. And I go, you're not supposed to do that. And they go, man, you're such an asshole. You know what I mean? It's like, can you do a Zoom for me? For what? I don't know trade needs. No, I got these 3 people that want to get in. Get in what? As a customer, you need my link? Well, I don't understand what you're doing. How do you convert your account from a customer to an affiliate? Don't do that. Don't do that. Because if you do that, then your company's going to know, hey, I didn't tell you because I was embarrassed. What? I'm not making shit at that company. Oh, you're trying to be a hot dog on social media. You didn't tell me that you're not making any money. It's like, shit, I don't care if I lose my check. It's crazy that I'm telling them not to do it. No, don't recruit anybody. And they're going like, I ain't listening to you, Robert. You're stupid. And I'm going, all right, go ahead.
It's funny you're talking about this because I just got somebody who reached out to me while you were talking, and it's from a company that you and I both know.
We're gonna beat them
Starts with a
down.
P.
We're gonna beat them down.
The company that this guy's with starts with a P.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh my God.
It's Plexus. I'm joking. Well, Kai, I'm proud of you. I love you, man. I love your imagination, your energy. It's like, how many people like the new Kai?
I like myself better right now.
I like the new Kai. He's getting on here. Let me tell you guys what's happening. And I'm like, I like this Kai. It's so better than, hey, Kai, how you doing? Well, same shit, different day. You know, attracting a bunch of assholes every day. A bunch of right fighter know-it-alls. And like, Kai's like, I don't spend any time talking to these people anymore.
I don't have time to. And the funniest thing is nowadays when people try to cross pitch me, my first comment is, my system's better than yours. See ya.
Yep. Fear of loss is the best. Everyone tries to sell people. It's like, listen, we've had a conversation for 2 minutes and you could never do this.
Well, one of
them
like,
last night. What do you mean I couldn't do this? I go, no, all you do is ask questions. You're not an action taker. It's like, right. Send me your link. I told you, no, you can't do this. I'm not taking your money. You don't get to tell me what to do. I'll find your link on the internet and sign up without you knowing it.
By all means, please do.
I love you, Kai.
Ben, danke.
You bet.
Kai, thank you and congratulations. Gosh, I love hearing these stories. These are awesome. Okay, so let's see. There we go. All right, so now that we've got Kai down and out of the way, Sandy Baker has her hand up. Sandy, why don't you go ahead and share with us, please?
Hello, guys. So,
hi, Sandy. How are you?
I am amazing. I'm taking in all this abundance for this money that's coming into me. I'm just loving us all.
And I'm agreeing with you.
And my Reiki doll.
What is that?
My Reiki doll.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me if I didn't behave, you're going to start poking pins in there.
No, but I can do this with it. And it's super special because I let my granddaughter's color on it.
Nice. That's beautiful.
What I wanted to say is I stepped out of my comfort zone and I did what Robert said not to do, and I tried to trade on my own today. And I put in the wrong stop loss and it stopped too fast. And then I put in the wrong take profit and it took profit too fast. So I just said, oh God, I'm done for the day. That was too much stress today for me. So I'm done for that. That's what I wanted to say there. But I really wanted to say thank you, everybody, for reaching out to me that you did about my husband. We did find out that the truck is a total loss.
Wow.
And it was my baby for so long before I got the Acadia. So I'm like, really, that's my baby truck. But we go tomorrow to clean it all out. And then we'll start looking for a new truck.
Nice. Everything okay with him?
Physically, everything's okay. Mentally, it's going to be a little bit.
Got it. Yeah. That stuff shakes you up, man.
Yeah. He doesn't even want to ride his motorcycle right now. So.
Yeah. No, I think that it's Yeah, there's a reason the universe does that to us. And yeah, that's all
Yep.
I'll say. That's all
Yep.
I'll say. It's
Yep.
had some moments in my life that allow you to reflect and really be grateful for things that you have, and that if that turned out the opposite way, the people that you would leave in a worse place, that you need to, yeah, just it does some cool stuff. I think it's all positive, and so yeah, tell them I'm thinking about them.
Okay, I will. All right. That's all I wanted. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. I love you, and I'm so proud of you. The first time that I took profits by myself, I was like, I'm watching it and it's going up and it's going up and it's going up. And I'm going, I don't know what damn button to press, but it says end all. I pressed it. I pressed it and I went, shit. And so that's something that we understand about psychology, right? Have you guys ever heard that if you ever purchase anything, do not go online and try to find what you could have got it for. You immediately steal all the joy away. You should shut up, right? Because we want to tell the world, and it's like, hey, man, you wouldn't believe this is the best ion bottle thing I got in the world, and it's awesome. My wife bought it for me. And then people send me an affiliate link and said, I could have got that to you for 50% off. It's like, well, that doesn't make me feel good. You know what I mean? But it's funny, as humans, when we do things, I've had a lot of people that are sending me emails from other people that do prop firms. And I say, but hang on a second. And I send them this link. And I go, you guys know me already. And I send them this link. And I go, and they go, what's that? And I said, that's the money I made in the last 3 weeks promoting TradeX Mastery. What have you made? Well, I don't even think it is affiliate marketing. And I go, then why are we even talking? This is freaking ridiculous. You want me to look at another prop firm that I can't promote to other people for OPM? You want me to get involved in another one because it's less? Now, I trust the person that put this one together. He's paid me $4.9 million. I'm just going to stay right here. So, I'm done too. A quick explanation for you guys. I went to Las Vegas, and that's Jordan that I posted on my social media wall. Her and Dana McGrady they're just very special people, cut from a different cloth. Every time Terry and I have been around Dana, it's like she's like walking love. She's sort of like Sandy. It's like they're just all love, and it's just amazing. So this Jordan's the same way. And so I watched her on Friday talk about each and every one of the brands that MDC has. And I got in her face in front of everybody. And I said, so I'm going to go home and I'm going to no, I can't tell everyone what you said because I'm not that articulate. I'm not that knowledgeable. I don't have personal stories with the female products that you have and your team has. Where can I share your YouTube channels? And I did this in front of everybody. And she goes, I just do Zooms. I don't record them. And I said, could you please record them so I could get these seen by millions of people? And her mom and dad were sitting right behind her, and they started crying and she started crying. I'm going because I told them how I did the business before I did that. And she says, I promise I'll put a Zoom together and I'll go through all the brands. And I told her how to cut up her videos afterwards. Because some people, I probably won't be sitting through the sanitary napkin video, but I'm going to believe that it's good enough that I can share it with somebody that might need it. Are you guys following me? So, don't freak out that you see me promoting Jordan and, the other brands, because now I have, an extra 258 people in my group that really know a lot about Akashics, but they don't know a lot about anything else. So I thought, now that they're in, I can have the Volkswagen spokesperson step out and talk about all the different brands. So how I went from 250 to 500K, or Terry did, is I started going through all of Josh's videos, and I found Josh Wagle talking about the nutritional sprays. And I watched it 4 times. And I went, this guy is so knowledgeable how he talks about these sprays. I took the video, put it on my YouTube channel, shared it with my entire group, and 2 months later went 500K. Doubled our volume because people said, I didn't even know we had sprays, because Terry and I got involved in HempWorks. You guys following what I'm saying? We're driving around a Porsche and didn't even know that Volkswagen had Lamborghinis and Bugattis. And so for those of you that see why I promoted it on there, and oh, by the way, I've already heard sort of rumors about this, but I think there's pretty close to 100 rank advancements tomorrow that Josh will be talking about. So a new 250K, another couple of new 100Ks. And so, Maddie Pips and Joey Wilson will have one of the largest groups of traders in Akashic, but they're not going to be the biggest. Because they like doing live events, and I like taking their live event and getting them seen by. It's funny. I had, because of Craig. Let's give Craig Craig and the team that's around me. They're amazing, and they just finished their vision. We got notice of that like 10 minutes before it happened. I blasted it everywhere, and then Craig jumps on there, records it for us, and puts it on our YouTube channel. So we had a YouTube video up of that vision Zoom before the company did. So, Craig, thank you very much. We do that a lot. So I love you guys. And Craig, I'll let you close her out.
Sounds good. Thank you so very much. And we're just glad to have everybody here today spending if you're living in the Southern California area, a nice hot Thursday. I'm sure it's hot everywhere else. I'm not trying to be exclusive or anything like that. I just know it's unusual. We're at 102 right now, and I heard in Corona, where Melody lives, it's 111.
Wow.
So we're topping out on the temperatures. Yeah, everybody's on fire. Oh, 113 in Phoenix. Okay, yes. So, we're not mutually exclusive, at least here in Southern California, but it is unusual that we hit the hundreds. So anyways, but I agree, Robert, we're on fire. We are on fire, meaning Inner Circle is on fire. So as we wrap up today's Inner Circle, just some reminders of things to do. There are a couple of links in the chat that we've shared. If you're on Zoom, you go ahead and click the 3 dots in the meeting chat that's next to Inner Circle. Then click on Save Chat. It will download your computer when we finish. If you're watching us on YouTube, we will make sure that it's put in the post description down below. And that's how easy it is. So we want to thank you guys for participating. Of course, don't forget, Saturday is Ask Me Anything at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. Sunday is Imaginators at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. And we are so happy to have each and every one of you here as part of the Inner Circle. Bless you all. Thank you so very, very much. So until next time, I'm going to go ahead and unmute. Please be good to yourselves. Be cash. Bye-bye. And let's all go ahead and mute and say so long for now.
So long
Thank
for
you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Everybody,
Love you all.
Bye,
Hi, Diane.
Love you all.
Larry, Daniel,
Have a great
Peter,
day.
Linda, Arlene. Always love to see you. Daniel,
y'all.
Peter and Linda, Peter and Linda, Peter and Linda. It's like
And Linda and Peter, too.
Linda and Peter. Too. Okay. Arlene, if I didn't say hi, Arlene. Nice to see you. Arthur, Melody, Coach Bob, Mike, Jerome, Jamie, Shauna, and
Great to see you all.